morning, dear students. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from Brahan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's session, we'll be learning something new and interesting from a science textbook. So let's get started. Good morning, dear students. I am Mrs. Navida Sheikh from MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's class, we'll be learning a very interesting chapter from your science textbook, that is study of sound. Now, we have already completed two parts of this chapter. We have seen what is the meaning of sound, how sound is produced, what is sound waves, and we have learned about few more things, velocity of sound, and we have learned about how there is how different types of sounds are there, like audible sound, infrasonic, ultrasound. So these types of things we've already learned in our previous two videos, and if you haven't seen those videos, please do go and watch those videos before starting with part 3, so that you have a better understanding about this chapter. So let's get started and learn something new and interesting in this chapter. In this chapter, we are going to learn the very interesting part, that is a reflection of sound. Now we have seen about reflection of light, and we have learned that anything, the rays that are falling onto the surface, they reflect back, it enters into our eyes and we are able to see the object, right? Same thing applies for reflection of sound as well. Now if there is a medium of sound which is producing sound, and there is a medium between that, the particles are moving, they're vibrating, they are carrying down the sound, and it hits a particular wall or any surface and it reflects back. Okay, so that is the main gist of what we are going to study in this topic. Like light waves, sound waves too get reflected from a solid or a liquid surface. These waves also follow the laws of reflection. A smooth or a rough surface is needed for the reflection of sound. The direction of the incident sound wave and reflected sound wave make equal angles with the perpendicular to the surface, and all these three lie in the same plane. So if you look at this picture on the screen, you will notice that this orange color line is the surface that we are talking about, solid or a liquid surface. There is a medium, there is an object which is producing sound. Okay, from that speaker there are sound waves which are coming out, and these sound waves are called as the incident sound waves. मतलब यहाँ से sound निकल रही है and it hits onto the surface. ठीक है, जो point पे वो hit कर रहा है वहां से एक normal draw किया जाता है. This makes an incident sound wave angle. Okay, incident angle over here between the normal and the incident sound wave. Whereas onto the other side, when this incident wave reflects, it shows this blue line that you see. This line is showing you the reflected sound wave. Alright, so this incident sound wave reflects from the surface, it enters into your ear. So any smooth or rough surface is required for the reflection of sound. Okay, and all these three things that are lying here, they are in the same plane. मतलब कोई भी चीज ओके दूसरे साइड पे नहीं है, तीनों चीजें एक ही साइड पर है, right? So you have to remember that these reflected sound waves make equal angles with the perpendicular to the surface, and all these three lines in the same plane. So ये जो perpendicular है, that is the normal. इससे angle form हो रहा है between normal and incident sound wave, and one more angle is formed between the normal and the reflected sound wave, and both these angles are equal to each other. Alright, so this is clear how the reflection of sound takes place. It is very similar to the reflection of reflection of light. So here you can see reflection of sound is the phenomenon of sound wave bouncing back after striking a rigid smooth surface. So here this boy is the producer. Okay, sound produced by observer, reflected sound through the surface. Note, you have to remember in a small room when a person speaks, the sound spreads in all directions. This sound can be heard by listeners in two ways, directly or through reflection. It could be either ways. Directly भी हमारी साउंड वेव ट्रैवल कर सकती है, या फिर अगर हम लोग बोल रहे हैं और बीच में कुछ ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं जिसकी वजह से वो रिफ्लेक्ट होती है वेव्स, उसकी वजह से भी हम लोगों को सुनाई देता है. ठीक है. It is difficult to distinguish between both sound as it travels at high speed. These two sounds can be heard distinctly, मतलब properly, if they reach our ears at an interval of at least 0.1 seconds or 1/10 second. Persistence of hearing, the characteristic property of human ear due to which it cannot distinguish between two sounds. If they reach the ear within an interval of 0.1 second is known as persistence of hearing. So, with this I hope a reflection of sound is clear to you, and what is persistence of hearing is also clear. Now with this, let's come to good and bad reflectors of sound. As I told you that sound has the property of getting reflected. ठीक है, रिफ्लेक्शन होता है साउंड में भी. तो अब ये सरफेस ऐसा होना चाहिए जिसके थ्रू ये रिफ्लेक्शन होता है या नहीं होता है. Sometimes there are, if you are in a theater or if you are in some place where there is auditorium वगैरह में, आप लोगों ने देखे होंगे कि जो फ्लोर है उस पे अलग मटेरियल होता है. वो जैसा हमारे नॉर्मल फ्लोर्स की जो स्टेप्स होते हैं वैसे नहीं होता. उसके ऊपर कपड़ा होता है या फिर एक अलग तरीके का मटेरियल होता है. नाउ दोज आर थिंग्स दैट यू नीड टू ऑब्जर्व. वो क्यों यूज हो रहा है वैसे रूम के अंदर, ऑडिटोरियम के अंदर ऐसा क्यों यूज हो रहा है, ये मटेरियल क्यों यूज हो रहा है. सो हाउ मच ऑफ द इंसिडेंट साउंड gets reflected decides whether a reflector is a good or a bad reflector. A hard and flat surface is a good reflector. If you have normal in your rooms, हमारे पास walls है जो hard है, flat है, तो वो easily हमारी आवाज reflect करती है, तो those are considered to be good reflectors. While cloth, paper, curtains, carpet, furniture, etc., they absorb sound instead of reflecting it. Therefore, they are called bad reflectors. So, कभी कभार ऑडिटोरियम्स में, थिएटर्स के अंदर आप लोग अगर दीवार को फील करोगे तो उसके ऊपर देर आर carpets which are around the entire wall, and on the flooring also you have carpet, and they have curtains also. Now all these things are used purposely because they do not want too much of reflection of sound, ताकि हम लोगों को कुछ थिएटर में सुनाई ना दे. ठीक है. whereas in an auditorium जहाँ पर लोग जोर से बोलते हैं, जहाँ पर रिफ्लेक्शन के कम चांसेस है, तो वहाँ पर ऐसी चीज़ें इंट्रोड्यूस की जाती है जिससे रिफ्लेक्शन हो और हम लोगों को चीज़ें सुनाई दे अच्छी तरीके से. ठीक है. सो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द रूम एंड डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द कंडीशन कि क्या चीज़ के लिए वो रूम यूज़ हुआ जा रहा है, तो उस हिसाब से वहाँ पर चीज़ें लगाई जाती है. एंड गुड एंड बैड रिफ्लेक्टर्स ऑफ साउंड आर यूज्ड अकॉर्डिंगली. ओके. सो आई होप दिस मच इज क्लियर कि गुड रिफ्लेक्टर्स और बैड रिफ्लेक्टर्स क्या है साउंड के. You must have visited an echo point at a hill station. If you shout loudly at such a point, you hear the same sound just after a little while. This sound is called an echo. Now, when you go to a hill station, अगर हिल स्टेशन नहीं भी जाते हैं तो हम अगर हमारे गांव जाते हैं तो वहाँ पर अगर हिली रीजन है, if you go and if you try to shout, now when you stand here and when you shout, you will notice that your voice goes and after few seconds it comes back. फौरन नहीं आती है. क्यों नहीं आ रही है? बिकॉज जब हम लोग बोलते हैं, जब हम लोग चिल्लाते हैं, तो दिस साउंड इज गोइंग अक्रॉस एंड देन हिटिंग दैट सरफेस एंड कमिंग बैक. ओके. सो ये फिनोमिना क्या चीज यूज कर रहा है? रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ साउंड, जो हम लोग ने अभी पढ़े हैं. ठीक है. सो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड मोर अबाउट दिस echo. What exactly does it mean? Reflection and absorption of sound. Sound can be reflected or absorbed by the surface of an object. ठीक है. कोई भी surface है, depending upon the surface, sound can be reflected or absorbed by the surface of an object. The sound reflected repeatedly from one surface is known as echo. अगर कोई surface से वो वापस आ रही है तो वो echo है. Surfaces that are smooth, even and hard are good sound reflectors and produce loud echo. अगर कोई surface hard है like the mountains, they are hard, okay, they are good reflectors, and this when the sound reflects back, you hear an echo, loud echo. For example, concrete, plank, metal, and mirrors. These are good reflectors of sound. Surfaces that are rough, hollow, and soft are good sound absorbers. मतलब ये sound absorb करते हैं, reflect नहीं करते, and produce weak echo. For examples, cloth, sponge, cork, rubber, carpet, and cushions. These are all bad conductors of bad reflectors of sound. Alright, so with this, I hope this much is clear. What are good and bad reflectors of sound, and how echoes are produced because of good sound reflectors. An echo is the repetition of the original sound because of reflection of some surface. As I told you earlier also, कि echo में क्या होता है, अगर हम लोग चिल्लाते हैं, वो आवाज जाती है, surface को hit करती है, reflect होती है back, and then again you hear that sound. That is an echo. Very simple to understand. So, if you are able to hear the original sound and its reflection distinctly, matlab properly, at 22 degrees Celsius, what must the minimum distance be between the source and the reflecting surface? At 22 degrees Celsius, the velocity of sound in air is 344 meters per second. Now this again I'm telling velocity of sound we have already explained in the first part of the video. So if you are still confused with that, please go and watch the video to understand what we are talking about in this paragraph. Our brains retains a sound for 0.1 second. Thus, for us to be able to hear a distinct echo, the sound should take more than 0.1 second after starting from the source to get reflected and come back to us. So, if you are shouting, it should take more than 0.1 second of time to hear again that sound. Thus, we can determine the minimum distance between the source and the reflecting surfaces as follows. So, there is a formula, that is distance is equal to speed into time. Speed is 344 meters per second into 0.1 second. Okay? When you multiply, you will get 34.4 meters. So thus to be able to hear a distinct echo, अगर हम लोग को एक अच्छा echo सुनना है, तो what will you need? The distance of the reflecting surface should be minimum distance of half of the above value, that is 17.2 meters. As the velocity of sound depends on the temperature of air also, this distance depend on the temperature. Okay? So while discussing in the first video about velocity of speed, I've explained you that temperature is very much involved in velocity of sound. So if the temperature is not, it is high or it is low, that also affects the velocity of sound. Okay? And if you want to hear a proper and a distinct echo, the distance between you and the object through which it will reflect should be minimum, it should be 17.2 meters. Okay, so I hope with this it is clear to you that how much distance is required and how it is calculated and how the temperature also affects the velocity of sound. Let us understand a very interesting thing, that is science in the surroundings. Echo can be heard multiple times due to continuous or multiple reflections. Now this is the Gol Gumbad at Vijaypur in Karnataka. This is a very excellent example of this. Now here this is the inner portion of the Gol Gumbad. Now Gol Gumbad, this picture is there in the textbook, but the interior part is not shown. If you see here, there are various structures. Okay, there are various holes through which the sounds can be reflected. So many sounds could be heard at the same time. अगर हम लोग एक बार चिल्लाएंगे तो हम लोग को बहुत बार आवाज हमारी वापस आ सकती है, रिफ्लेक्ट होगी वापस, because there are the structure which is there, जो अंदर structure है उसकी वजह से हम लोग को वो मल्टीपल रिफ्लेक्शंस भी मिलते हैं और उस वजह से यू कैन हियर देम मल्टीपल टाइम्स. एको हम लोग को बार बार सुनाई दे सकती है. ठीक है. So this is very interesting thing. If you go to such monument ever, you should try this and see how you have multiple echoes, and you should also know the reason why is there multiple echoes. Okay, so you should remember this when you visit this place next time, or any place where you hear multiple echoes कि क्यों हो रहा है ये. Let's understand a new term, that is reverberation. Reverberation. Now, what is reverberation? Reverberation. Sound waves get reflected from the walls and roof of a room multiple times. ठीक है, रिफ्लेक्शन कंटिन्यूसली हो ही रहा है. तो जब हम लोग बात करते हैं तो ये आवाज़ जो हमारी है ये बहुत बार हमारी सीलिंग से वॉल से वाइब्रेट होती है. This causes a single sound to be heard not once but continuously. This is called reverberation. The time between successive reflections of particular sound wave reaching us becomes smaller, and the reflected sound gets mixed up and produces a continuous sound of increased loudness, which cannot be heard clearly. This is the reason why some auditoriums or some particular seats in an auditorium have inferior sound reception. ठीक है, so here reverberation is very simple to understand. जब multiple reflections होता है जो हम लोग को सुनाई देता है एक रूम के अंदर, that is what we are calling it reverberation. ठीक है, this causes a single sound to be heard not once but continuously. Now, based on reflection of sound, we have sonar. Sonar is the short form, okay, it's an abbreviation for sound navigation and ranging. Sonar is a short form for sound navigation and ranging. It is used to determine the direction, distance, and speed of an underwater object with the help of ultrasonic sound waves. Sonar has a transmitter and a receiver which are fitted on the ships on boats. Now here you can see that there are ships. Now these are instruments which are using the same thing, same function, that is reflection of sound. ठीक है, उनका मीनिंग वही है. Now जब हम लोग समंदर में होते हैं तो दैट टाइम यू कैन नॉट आइडेंटिफाई कि समंदर में नीचे क्या चीज़ है. Now, if there are people going on war, there are submarines which are beneath the oceans. Okay, पानी के अंदर होती है जो हम लोग को दिखाई नहीं देती है. And if you need to identify that object, sonar is used in order to see. जब ये सबमरीन हमारे रेंज में आती है तो वो रिफ्लेक्ट करती है साउंड. ठीक है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट सोनार हम लोग को, जो लोग शिप पे हैं उन लोगों को रिसीव होती है, उन लोगों को पता चलता है कि कितने डेप्थ पे वो प्रेजेंट है. ठीक है, so it is very simple to understand, and let's understand in detail about this. The transmitter which is there fitted, here you can see the ship seabed. As I told you, वो sea का depth भी identify करने के लिए use होता है. So right now we are taking this example. The transmitter produces and transmits ultrasonic sound waves. These waves travel through water. ये sound हम लोग को सुनाई नहीं देती है. These are ultrasonic sound waves. These waves travel through water. They strike underwater object and gets reflected by that. Water जब तक है तब तक वो पानी में अपनी waves move होती जाएगी. जैसे ही वहाँ पर कुछ rough surface है या smooth कोई भी surface है, जैसे ही वहाँ पर वो पहुँचेगी तो वो reflect होगी. ठीक है, we have learned this in reflection of sound part. The reflected waves are received by the receiver on the ship. The receiver converts the ultrasonic sound into electrical signals, and these signals are properly interpreted. Now, the time difference between transmission and reception is noted. कितना टाइम लगा था साउंड वेव सेंड करने में, वहाँ पर जब वो पहुंची हिट करके कितना टाइम वापस आने में लगा, it is noted properly and based on the calculation. Now this time the velocity of sound in water gives the distance from the ship. ठीक है, तो velocity of sound यूज करके और जो distance है, टाइम जितना लगा था, उसे इंफॉर्मेशन लेकर कैलकुलेट किया जा सकता है. Sonar is used to determine the depth of the sea. Sonar is used to search underwater hills, valleys, submarines, icebergs, sunken ships, etc. So I hope this much is clear about sonar, how the transmitters and the receivers are fitted into this ship, and it helps us to find out whether there is a sunken ship there or not, whether there's an iceberg, whether there is a submarine. Okay, so this is very helpful. Let us see how a sonography is done. Now we have all learned about different types of sound waves in our previous part of the video. Now sonography, that many a times we have learned and heard about. We have also, you must have gone or anybody in your house must have gone for a sonography. Suppose if there's an kidney stone होता है तो उसके लिए भी sonography कराने बोलते हैं. Abdominal pain होता है तो भी sonography कराने बोलते हैं ताकि समझ में आए कि अंदर actually क्या हो रहा है. तो exactly sonography में होता क्या है? Let us see that. Sonography technology uses ultrasonic sound waves to generate images of internal organs of the human body. This is useful in finding out the causes of swelling, infection, or pain, the condition of the heart, the state of the heart after a heart attack, as well as the growth of fetus inside the womb of a pregnant woman, are studied using these techniques. So, if you see in this picture, there is a pregnant woman, okay, and the sonography is being done. Now, when this machine is kept onto the womb, what happens is it sends out ultrasonic sound waves. जब ये sound waves अंदर जाते हैं तो it creates an image onto the screen and you can actually see the baby inside and you can see the heart beating. You can see different organs. अगर heart के बारे में अगर कोई information लेना है तो doctors can do that also. Various organs, if there is a kidney stone, as I told you earlier also कि अगर kidney stone है तो उसके लिए भी ये सोनोग्राफी की जाती है ताकि पता चले कि ये किडनी स्टोन कहाँ प्रेजेंट है, कितना बड़ा है. ठीक है. नाउ लेट अस सी हाउ sonography is conducted. This technique makes use of a probe and a gel. The gel is used to make proper contact between the skin and probe so that the full capacity of the ultrasound can be utilized. ठीक है. तो ये जेल लगाया जाता है स्टमक पे या जो भी ऑर्गन है जिसका सोनोग्राफी करना है. ठीक है. एंड देन दिस जेल और उसके साथ में प्रोब होता है, एक जो ऑब्जेक्ट था. ठीक है. वो जो भी सरफेस है हमारी बॉडी पे जहाँ का भी अल्ट्रासाउंड करना है तो सोनोग्राफी करना है तो वहां पर उसे रखा जाता है. The gel is applied to the skin outside the internal organ to be studied. High frequency ultrasound is transmitted. Now, this machine that is there, it gives out high frequency ultrasonic sound. It is transmitted inside the body with the help of the probe. The sound reflected from the internal organ. अभी अगर उन लोगों को किडनी सर्च करना है तो उतना ही अल्ट्रासोनिक साउंड सेंड किया जाएगा ताकि हमारी किडनी की इमेज आ जाए. एंड जैसे ही वो किडनी में पहुंचता है तो वापस से वो रिफ्लेक्ट होता है. ठीक है. द साउंड गेट्स रिफ्लेक्टेड फ्रॉम द इंटरनल ऑर्गन, is again collected by the probe and fed to a computer, which generates the image of the internal organ. As this method is painless, it is increasingly used in medical practice for correct diagnosis. Okay, so nowadays sonography is used on a large scale in order to find out anything which is happening inside your body. Okay, and it is very immediate also. ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत time लगता है. It is done quickly and it is very useful also for doctors and for the patients as well. So I hope now if you haven't been for any sonography, now you know how exactly the sonography is done in a clinic. Let's move on to the very interesting topic in this chapter, and the last topic that we have is the human ear. Now we are able to hear things, sound सुनाई देती है. क्यों? Because we have ears. अब जो हमारे पास कान है तो इसके ये एक ऑर्गन है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ऑर्गन है जिसकी वजह से साउंड सुनाई दे रही है, प्रोड्यूस हो रही है हमारे थ्रोट से बट सुनाई दे रही है कानों से. तो ये कान बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट इट्स पार्ट्स कि किस तरीके से ये जो डिफरेंट डिफरेंट पार्ट्स है किस तरीके से हम लोगों को ये साउंड सुनाई देती है. The ear is an important organ of the human body. We hear sounds because of our ear. When sound waves fall on the eardrum, it vibrates. These vibrations are converted into electrical signals which travel to the brain through the nerves. The ear can be divided into three parts: outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. So here you can see the ear, that is the outer ear, yellow color portion. This is considered as the outer ear. The pink portion that you see in this picture is the middle ear. Okay, and the blue color portion that you see is the inner ear. ऑलराइट, सो ये हमारी जो साउंड है, हम जो सुन रहे हैं हम लोग, ये वाइब्रेशंस हमारे ईयर ड्रम तक पहुंचते हैं। ईयर ड्रम्स के अंदर जब ये साउंड रीच करती है तो वहाँ पर ये वाइब्रेशंस, वहाँ पर भी वाइब्रेशंस क्रिएट होते हैं, and from that vibration the vibration gets converted into electrical signals. These electrical signals are collected by the nerves that are there inside the ear, and it reaches the brain and gives the brain the signal कि क्या सुनाई दे रहा है हम लोगों को। ठीक है, सो हाउ क्विक दिस रिस्पॉन्स इज, यू कैन जस्ट इमेजिन कि अभी मैं बोल रही हूँ एंड आपका दिमाग आपको ये ऑलरेडी मैसेज भेज रहा है कि मैं ये बात कर रहा हूँ। ठीक है, सो इट इज़ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ऑर्गन इन आवर बॉडी. Let us understand more about the parts that we talked about. Let us understand the outer part or the pinna. The outer ear collects the sound waves and passes them through a tube of a cavity in the middle ear. Its peculiar funnel-like shape helps to collect and pass sound into the middle ear. ठीक है, तो इधर हम लोगों का जो कान ऊपर का जो पोर्शन दिखाई देता है, तो ये है द आउटर ईयर, जिसका शेप ऐसा है कि इसमें साउंड इजीली कलेक्ट हो सकती है. इट इज लाइक अ ट्यूब. ठीक है, it is a funnel like shape and it helps in easy collection of the, it collects the sound and passes the sound into the middle ear. Middle ear दिखाई दे रहा है, जो green portion है, that is the middle ear that we are talking about. There is a thin membrane in the cavity of the middle ear called the eardrum. ठीक है, एक पतला सा एक मेम्ब्रेन होता है जिसे हम लोग eardrum कहते हैं. When a compression in a sound wave reaches the eardrum, जब हमारी साउंड जब हमारे कान पे पड़ती है तो वो जब eardrum पर जाती है, तो there is a compression which reaches the eardrum. The pressure outside it increases and it gets pushed inwards. The opposite happens when a rarefaction reaches there. The pressure outside decreases and the membrane gets pulled outwards. Thus, sound waves causes vibration of the membrane. ठीक है, तो जो हमारा ईयर ड्रम है, जो मिडिल ईयर में लाई करता है, जब इसके ऊपर जब साउंड पड़ती है, ठीक है, तो वहां पर भी वाइब्रेशंस क्रिएट हो रहे हैं. ठीक है, now vibrations, again we have learned about compression and rarefaction. Same thing is happening here on this membrane also. ठीक है, the pressure outside decrease हो जाता है and the membrane gets pulled outwards. So the sound waves causes vibration of the membrane as well. Let's get inside the ear now. Inner ear. The auditory nerve connects the inner ear to the brain. Now there is a nerve which connects it to the brain. The inner ear has a structure resembling the shell of a snail. Everybody can see that blue portion, snail जैसा दिखाई दे रहा है. That is what we're talking about. It is called the cochlea. The cochlea receives the vibrations coming from the membrane and converts them into electrical signals which are sent to the brain through the nerve. Okay, so when the eardrums have collected the sound, it tends to vibrate, और ये वाइब्रेशन क्या होती है, कन्वर्ट होती है इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल्स में, और ये इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल्स हमारे जो नर्व है, ऑडिटरी नर्व, इस तक जाती है और ये नर्व हमारे ब्रेन को मैसेज देती है. The brain analyzes these signals and they come to know. Okay, so it is a very interesting phenomenon that happens inside your ear, and how this sound that is coming from somewhere else, it enters into your ear, outer ear, that is the pinna. From the pinna it goes into the middle ear. There you have the membrane. Okay, now that membrane, that is the eardrum, it also vibrates there also. वाइब्रेशन होती है वहाँ पर, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट वाइब्रेशन, दोज वाइब्रेशंस आर कन्वर्टेड इनटू इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल्स. वो इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल्स हमारा जो ऑडिटरी नर्व है वो कलेक्ट करता है, इट सेंड्स इट टू द ब्रेन एंड द ब्रेन एनालाइजेस कि किसकी साउंड है, क्या साउंड है, किस तरीके से रिएक्ट करना है. ठीक है, सो दिस इज हाउ द ह्यूमन ईयर functions. So I hope with this this part of the chapter is quite clear to you. We have already completed the chapter with this video, and I hope that things are quite clear to all of you. And if you have any doubts and queries regarding this chapter, you can ask us in the comment section. Till then, thank you.
If you liked our session, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can share and
This session was quite useful to you. In the next coming period, we'll learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.